all forms of enjoyment. I couldn't spend money on myself and resented it when my wife spent reasonable amounts on the things she needed and wanted. I could not handle even mild criticism without getting angry. I turned minor disagreements into major arguments by taking everything too seriously. Though I did have some fun and was able to act relaxed and confident when circumstances demanded it, I was always angry. As I look back, many of my habitual ways of dealing with the world were driven by anger. I was an aggressive driver, using my horn and my freeway finger whenever people weren't driving the way I thought they should. If a mechanic told me something needed to be fixed on my car, I was sure he was exaggerating for his own financial gain. I thought I had an unusual ability to see through a hypocrite, and since I thought most people were hypocrites, I got a lot of practice seeing through them. All these tendencies were not helped by my first career as a researcher and teacher. In order to be hired as a researcher at a university, you must distinguish yourself from all the other bright and extremely competitive professionals. This usually involves an almost constant process of putting your ideas out there and having your colleagues try to shoot them down. Almost anyone would find constant criticism upsetting, but to an angry man, it means constant humiliation. My second career as a practicing psychologist and therapist developed at about the same time that I began working on my own anger. I decided to develop a specialty in treating angry men, and I soon realized I needed a book for them to read. I admired Dr. Harriet Lerner's book for women, The Dance of Anger, Harper Perennial, 1997, and thought it was the best self-help book ever written. But there was no book for angry men that I found to be as useful. This became my second reason for writing this book. I wrote 2 or 3 chapters and began giving them to my angry male patients. I gradually added 1 chapter at a time, and the results of my labor are what you see here. Now, a decade later, I can honestly say that I am no longer the man I used to be. I am much more able to enjoy myself. I am not nearly as reluctant to let down my guard and let people see the inside of me, and I am much less of a pain in the ass. Most important, when my wife and I recently celebrated our 20th anniversary, she told me the second 10 years were indeed much better than the first. Preface to the Revised Edition. Male anger rises, but there is hope. The first edition of Beyond Anger was published in 2000 and was in the works for many years before that. A lot has happened in the past 25 years. 18 years of armed conflict in Iraq and Afghanistan has resulted in the first generation of Americans to come of age in a country that has been at war for their entire lives. Many soldiers came home with anger fueled by military and combat experiences. More and more working-class jobs disappeared as increasing automation made workers obsolete. Export of industry to countries with lower wages also resulted in workers losing their jobs. The crash of technology companies in 2000 and 2001, the bursting of the dot-com bubble, caused many to lose money that was invested in stocks, including workers' retirement funds. The worst recession in the United States since the Depression also hit middle-income people very hard from 2008 to 2012. Michael Kimmel's excellent book, Angry White Men, American Masculinity at the End of an Era, has documented these and other culture-wide experiences. Dr. Kimmel believes that much male anger stems from the belief that others have taken jobs, social status, and other benefits they feel entitled to, a process Dr. Kimmel refers to as aggrieved entitlement. Social media spreads the anger online. For all of its benefits, the online world allows angry men to be in touch with other angry men as never before. The rhetoric on many websites encourages angry and violent diatribes and provides an accepting environment for anger with little or no moderating influence. We have advanced from limited bulletin board services to email to file sharing.